I'm your mayor, Glenn Grandis, and this is this week's Mayor's Message, where we go over what's coming up at the next Planning Commission meeting, which is tonight, as well as what happened at the last City Council meeting and what's coming up at the next City Council meeting. First, before we start, today is 9/11, and we're over at the Fountain Valley Fire Station. I think it's so important that we remember what happened on 9/11 and what happened on 9/12 when we came together as a country. And truly, that's the way we always should be. So first, let's go over tonight's Planning Commission meeting. There's only one item on the agenda, and that's for a new sign along the freeway for Floor and Decor and Dutch Brothers Coffee. Now let's talk about what happened at the last City Council meeting. First, there was a study session on what to do with the property where the Boys and Girls Club are right next to City Hall. There was quite a lively discussion, and we heard lots of feedback from the community. And what was decided was not to go forward with the Surplus Land Act. Just full disclosure, I live within 500 feet of the property, and I recused myself from the discussion and did not participate. Next, there was a presentation on our feather flag recommendation. Feather flags are those signs that businesses put out along the outside their business promoting themselves. We already have a ordinance on for our city that does not allow that, and we continued that. Next, there was a presentation for the hiring incentive for our police department. Right now, one of the biggest issues we're facing, our PD is facing, is the recruitment of new officers. So we put together an incentive program for new police officers to motivate them to come into the city, and then also reward for existing officers if they're responsible for bringing somebody in. The last item was the City Council adopted a new set of policies and also got rid of some ones that just didn't pertain anymore. Those were all study sessions. Next is the presentations. So first off, we had Hunger Action Month. So the city put together a proclamation recognizing this very important information. Next, we had a couple of really long-term volunteers in our city who passed away. Steve Brown and Wayne Carr, both Rotary members and volunteers for our city. I know Steve also was on the Planning Commission as well as the Schools Foundation. So we presented a small token of our appreciation to their families. All right, let's go into the administrative items. So very important, the Orange County Power Authority. So what this is a new way to bring in choice for our residents. So right now, your only choice is going to Southern California Edison, and we have agreed to join the Orange County Power Authority, which gives you choice. So if you want to stay with Southern California Edison, no change. Absolutely stay with Southern California Edison. If you want to go to Orange County Power Authority, they have 3 different levels. The lowest level is a 3% savings off of Southern California Edison. Or if you want to get a higher mix of renewable energy, you could pay a penny per kilowatt hour more for 74% renewable energy, or a penny and a half more per kilowatt hour for 100% renewable energy. Again, it's all about choice. Nothing's going to happen for 2 years. It's quite a long process to join. And again, the good news is you have choice. And that's what it's all about, is allowing our residents to have choice. There was also a podcast that we did with OCPA that just came out. So make sure you check the city website, the city YouTube channel, social media. There's lots of information on OCPA. All right, next is we have a big meeting coming up with the California League of Cities, and we approved myself as the delegate for the city with Vice Mayor Bowie and Councilmember Canine as alternatives. Another item is council compensation. So we have agreed to increase council compensation up to $1,200 per month. Now, council compensation hasn't been raised in over 30 years. As a matter of fact, council used to get health benefits, and we no longer get that. So this is much less than a cost of living increase, and we're still way below the county average in terms of council compensation. Next is, let's talk about what to expect at the next city council meeting. First, we have a study session on the employee housing program. So we're going to discuss different ideas to provide incentives for our employees to be able to afford housing in the city. No decisions are made yet. We just are looking to see what options are available. We're also going to have an update from our state senator, Janet Nguyen. And then what's really fun is we're going to have a couple of really fun ones. We have, first off, it's National Service Club Month in September, and we'll be recognizing just a couple of our larger nonprofits in our community. And then it's Bell Week next week. So we're going to have a mini pep rally at City Hall for our football team and rooting them on for hopefully getting that bell back to Fountain Valley High School. I'm an alum of Fountain Valley, so it's exciting to me that we're able to support our local football team. There's also going to be a public hearing on e-bike, a code amendment regarding e-bikes. So make sure you show up, give us your input. Public hearing, everyone will have a chance to talk. For the consent calendar, we're going to be having the second read of the ordinance to increase council compensation. So if there's something you want us to hear about that, make sure you come up and fill out a blue card and let us know what you think. For administrative items, the first one is the Consumer Price Index increase for Republic Services, our trash collectors. Second is we're going to have our city manager's compensation agreement based on a positive performance review. That's for our city manager, Maggie Lee. She's doing a fantastic job, and this is her annual review that we do. Next is there's going to be a 3-year cooperative agreement with a school resource officer for the Garden Grove Unified School District to approve a one full-time resource officer. There are 4 schools in Fountain Valley that are part of the Garden Grove School District. Let's talk about some upcoming events and announcements. So first off, we have the pilot program going on. Just a reminder, where we're now closed instead of every other Friday, we're now closed every Friday, and we've extended our hours Monday through Thursday. We have on our city website and social media ways for you to give us feedback on what you think about that. So make sure you fill out the survey. Next is the Magnolia Open House on September 16th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That is for the former Boomer site. So they're going to have an open house, and on the screen will be all the details on where to go and provide your feedback and hear what they're planning on doing with that property. Other important events that are coming up is the strategic planning session. So twice a year we meet at all the department heads, the executive team for the city, and all of council, and we talk about what do we want to do strategically for the city. Something kind of unique to our city that we do. It's twice a year, and the public is welcome to attend. Also, a really fun event is the Hyundai Hope on Wheels 5K and Color Run, September 28th at the Sports Park. This is fun where you could just do a regular 5K, or you could do the Color Run where volunteers like myself are going to throw all kinds of color at you and you run through it. It's just a ton of fun. All right, well, that's what's going on this week, and this is this week's Mayor's Message. I'm your mayor, Glenn Grandis. Thank you for your time and attention, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.